Fighting games are my favorite, but I can't play them. My absolute favorite game is Super Mario World for the SNES, but the game that really got me into video games was Street Fighter 2. It started me on the road to other classics like Mortal Kombat and Tekken, and eventually led me to modern classics like BlazBlue and Injustice. The only problem is that I don't have anybody to play with. Growing up in an arcade and being surrounded by crowds of people with your opponent right next to you was a much different experience. Playing online isn't the same because there's always just a super small margin of the people that are at the right difficulty level for you to play. They're either the really cheap people or the really good people who you think are cheap because they're beating you that well. Every time I try to host a video game party, I hopelessly bring out all of my fighting games along with my then one fighting stick in the hopes that somebody would want to play something. Anytime somebody actually did want to play, we would pop in the game, turn it on, and I would beat them really fast because I owned the game and have been playing it instead of them. That's not to say that I'm really good, it's just that it's impossible to recreate that arcade sensibility now. The closest fighting game to really do it, I think, now is Smash Brothers. Nowadays, with Capcom releasing updated version of its classics like the Marvel Superheroes Collection or Darkstalkers, they have different ways of displaying the screen, whether it's like an old CRT or if it's over the shoulder like you're standing in an arcade cabinet. It's a really nice touch, but unless you have a bunch of people standing around the TV, the effects get lost. Even when Street Fighter 4 brought the genre back to the glory that it always deserved, I was still having trouble finding people to play with. I would play with one of my friends online, but that's really it. Arcades are dying now because parts are so cheap that people are making their own MAME cabinets, or kids who grow up with the modern warfare or online gaming don't know what it's like to be in an arcade setting. Reaching Magneto on your last quarter hoping to stay alive long enough to use your mutant ability. Welcome to die! Being around down and Hadoukening your way back to try to get on equal ground. Putting your quarter up on the screen, waiting to play, but at the same time not wanting the people playing to lose because they're so close. Walking up, being accepted, and having an experience with people that you probably wouldn't even see again. I had arcade friends that I would only see at my local bowling alley's arcade. That was my Tekken arcade. My Tekken and X-Men vs. Street Fighter arcade. I missed that. When people tell me to suck it up and play online, I tell them that it's just not the same. I tried going back to the places where I would usually play, but either they've closed down or changed all of the games that they had. Not even a Neo Geo multicade. If you're in Southern California, maybe we can have an arcade fighter party. But for now, I think I'm just gonna pop Street Fighter 2 into my Superboy and go a couple rounds. God, I love that noise.